everybody, welcome to the Board Game Batcave. I'm Chris.
Jared.
Yeah, I'm Corey.
OGG down here.
And we're reviewing Cthulhu Wars this week in our pre-Gen Con extravaganza, which we're going to try to have a video at least every other day this week. And so in traditional style, we're going to review the game in our four main categories of components, theme, gameplay, and replayability. And we've got a new member to the Batcave down here on the end, so we're going to let him go first with what he thought about the components and rate it 1 to 10.
Man, I gotta give it like an 8. I mean, it's pretty massive. It's a lot of fun. Love kicking Jared's ass.
That is
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That could be any game, really, though.
I mean, true, but I mean, it's with Cthulhu.
true.
Well, you had me there.
So.
So strong 8 right out of the box.
Me?
Just flat 8, huh?
I mean, flat 8. The only one problem I got about it is you can't get your cultists back when they get captured. That's
Well,
Yeah,
we're
big
talking about
gameplay.
components.
well, I'm just giving you.
A preview of the future here. Yeah.
Components, I'm going to go 10 because the board, to tell you the truth, is nothing you haven't seen before. It's like a risk board. And the dice and the cards, it's got some neat elements, but that's more gameplay than components themselves. What gives it a 10 in my book is these are some of the best looking game minis I've ever seen. And yeah, this is Cthulhu. Most of the minis are smaller than this. The Elder Gods and stuff like that are huge. Yeah, there's compared to a Coke can. And
regulation size.
yeah,
Regulation
Yeah.
code.
they are so big that it's hard getting all of those in certain sections of the map and everything. They are massive, and they are beautifully rendered too. I mean, they didn't cheap out on the game minis at all.
And the best part is they put them together for you.
Yeah, no gluing this stuff together at all. They come pre assembled and everything. But I would love to see a game that has better miniature components than this, because that would just blow my mind. These, the quality of them, 10 in my book.
I agree. I'm going 10 on components because I mean I've taken more pictures of just the
Yeah.
components in this game than I have like in the last 2 months combined of all the games we've played.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're put together. There's a lot of components, which is one of my big things. I got to have a lot of components. It's got a lot of components. It's got big ones.
There's a ton of them, and they all look good.
The board, like you said, is pretty, and I like that there's 2 boards that you put together to make up the map. But I would actually want a bigger board because of the,
You almost need one
do,
with some of the
because of
huge
the
minis in
With
this.
some of the pieces, they're just so big.
because
Yeah,
all
but
the pieces come out every game.
But
It's
I
not
do like how you can flip the board around depending on how many times.
how many people are playing.
How many people are playing, and you don't have to get the same board twice because you can flip one board one time, one board the other time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely 10. I mean, like he said, I can't think of any game we play that's outshines it on the components.
Yeah.
So
We play plenty of games where you'll see a neat component here or there, but this tops anything I've seen in any of the games.
and
we
they give
play
them
so
all,
far.
and they give you 4 factions in the starter kit.
Yeah,
It's not like you just give you one and say, "Oh, you got to go buy more."
yeah,
Yeah.
They give you 4, and just when you buy the base, which is like one of my complaints about Armada, is that you buy this expensive game and you get one big ship.
yeah.
This, it's not very much more expensive. I mean, depending on where you get it, and it's 4 of them. It's like
Yeah.
getting 4 Armadas in one box.
Well, 4 armies. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a ton. There's probably, I don't know, 40 or 50 minis included in the game, and they all
At
look
least, yeah.
really
More
good.
than that.
The little cultist guys are kind of generic, but all the rest of the monsters is from the Cthulhu mythos.
all the
They're
factions are
all
different.
pretty, you know.
They're good and detailed for
Yeah,
their
they are,
size.
they
for
are.
their size.
Yeah.
Even the little ghoul guys.
Yeah,
they're
they all
that
look
big,
good. Yep.
Not much more to be said about it. I'm going to give it an 8.
Really?
Just for kind of the same
Velcro.
things that we've already
No,
talked about a little
sure.
bit. So I liked it a lot, though. Yeah, it gives a new definition to miniatures. They're not very
Yeah.
many minis, but yeah, I'm going to go with an 8.
You
for
know,
all
we're-
the reasons we already
8.
talked
I'm
about.
going to pull film footage of you saying 9 somewhere
Yeah.
Oh,
and comparing the game to this.
Yeah, but
no.
you know, OGG could look at a painting of the Mona Lisa and be like, I wish you could smile more.
Right.
You know, I'm just never perfectly happy with anything. So.
Some people are just never happy.
No,
That's what
no.
makes people push the boundaries. So, all right. So that's all the components. The next is going to be theme.
All right, 11 then. I mean, yeah.
We'll grade that on the curve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We assume that means 10 plus.
10 plus, at least. I mean, it's just,
Of course, that's why you bought the game. It's
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you
It's
know.
because that grabbed you.
Tentacles.
If it had been Afghanistan wars, you
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have bought the game.
Probably not. It probably still would have been fun, but, you know, it's a lot more fun when you're Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You get to beat Cthulhu. It's
Yeah.
not like you're fighting like in Arkham Horror where you're racing against the clock to stop Cthulhu or something.
How can you do that? I just don't get it.
You can't.
You just go insane.
It's an exercise in futility. All right. So what did you say the number was? 11.
Yeah, at least.
Okay.
I said 20,
Yeah.
but, you know.
I'm gonna go theme for this. I'm not a huge fanboy of Cthulhu mythos, but I have more than an average interest in it.
Okay.
I would say. I'm gonna go 8 on the theme. I've probably seen games that have a theme that just sticks out more and is better done than that. But I mean, it is a really intriguing theme to summon dark gods,
Oh,
to
yeah,
summon minions and
well,
stuff like that.
It's a better take on. I mean, it's not an original concept, but it's a better take on it because most of the time you're as a human trying
Well,
to do something.
yeah.
This is all the elder gods clashing.
Well, I'm going to go theme for what it is, and you're playing Cthulhu creatures and stuff like that. The way that they really go into quite a bit of detail in building your armies, doing dark rituals and stuff like that. So I'm going to go theme. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it is way above average. So I'm going to go 8 for theme.
Well, I like the Cthulhu mythos, and I think it's whereas zombies may be getting to the point where I can do without another zombie game.
Yeah.
Cthulhu's I can play another Cthulhu game, especially when you're playing
Yeah.
the elder gods
yeah.
rather than playing the investigators. But that being said, they hit it out of the park by picking Cthulhu as a theme. But what they fell short on was I think they left some stuff on the table they could have put in the game to make you.
Yeah.
Because right now it feels like, oh, you summon elder gods and then we're just duking it out, and the whole game is like
Yeah, I
instant
could
death.
see that. Yeah.
They could have done maybe a little bit more to do with the cultists rather than just moving around.
Yeah.
So that's going to dock it a little bit, and maybe in the future versions or expansions they can add some more storyline to it. So
I would like to get a hands on a couple expansions.
yeah, it would be nice. But I'm gonna go 875 just because that's weird.
That is weird.
That's wonky.
I'm going to go blurple on mine. Just make something up.
I'd
It's
like
Potato.
weird. I'm
I'd
going
like
to
to
go
vote.
potato.
That will be
On a
funny.
scale of 1 to 10, I go banana.
I'm gonna go green party on this one.
You need bananas. That's what you need. You need a banana so you can scale it.
This is not.
Banana to scale.
This is not sit down and shut up.
We
don't
are
have
we are
parents.
professional
reference
here.
parent.
Okay.
So 8.75.
Yes,
So
Okay.
weird.
but you can round to anything you want, really.
Yeah,
So like
absolutely.
12.
It's like the madness of Cthulhu's, or
It's like
taking all
the-
the
Yeah.
Chris and he's going
Yeah.
crazy on
It's the
this.
Swiss Army knife of scores, really. I mean, you can make it a 9. Well, you can say I'm rounding down.
You don't round down when you're talking about.
Well, I'm going to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to just give it a straight 8.5. I think it's really good. It's excellent. It's Cthulhu, obviously. It's, it says it on the box. It's right there. There's no hiding it, so.
Huge.
But I would say the only thing that kept it from being a perfect score for me is just the fact that I do think they left some, some of that flavor text, some of that extra little storyline and things that could have been thrown in there to just kick it over.
What's
but
that?
still a really high rating for
Yeah.
me for theme anyways. And absolutely, you can make 100 more of these games. No more zombie games, please.
Yeah.
done with it.
Zombie
please.
Cthulhu, please.
Well, for an army building resource management game, the theme was really cool for it.
Mhm.
Maybe not
Yep.
the best we've
Works
ever
well.
seen,
Yeah.
but that's why. You know.
Well, it's like when you have 80 years of H.P. Lovecraft story behind your theme, you got lots to pull from.
Yeah.
You don't have to just say, well, we're just picking the elder gods and making them
Yeah,
fine.
they put a lot of
They
a
could
lot
have
of work
shortened a
into
little
this.
story. Or
I
something.
admit they could have really shorted this game, and I would not have liked it nearly as much. But the fact that they put so much work into
yeah.
it is why I'm scoring.
Well,
it.
I think everybody will admit seeing the miniatures
Yeah,
is what pulled everybody into playing the game.
yeah,
Mm.
It wasn't the story, and it wasn't the hey,
Yeah.
how does my
yeah. Because you've got 3 Cthulhu games,
Yeah,
or you
or
know,
at
a
least.
couple or whatever. But you're like, oh, another Cthulhu. As soon as you whip out this bad boy, you're like, yeah, we're gonna play that.
That's the one.
That's the card game or the board game where
I
it's
might
just
just
other cards.
have
or
one of these just so you
that.
can put that out for like unspeakable words or
Yeah,
whatever.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
You have to have a lot of them.
So that leads us perfectly right into our next category, which is always gameplay.
Gameplay. Gameplay, I'm gonna give it an 8. And the only problem I have with the gameplay is you can't get your captured cultists back, and that can hinder you pretty hard.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
I'm going to go 9 on gameplay. I thought it fit well with the theme. There's a lot of Cthulhu-based stuff in there that makes you, whenever you're playing this game, think, well, that really it's pretty awesome. You can't do that in any other game, you know, and they do it well in this game. There's certain gameplay ways that work better according to what faction you're playing, and there's a lot of strategy, but I'm going to go 9 on it.
No. I mean,
No.
there's nothing wrong with the gameplay. It's I think it's almost there. It's this close.
But
There's so much left on the table. I mean, I don't think the factions are balanced. I think the map is so-so. It could be a little bit better. And I think the cultist is a big issue. And I don't like the way the game just ends. Where the doom points, somebody whips out all these doom points, and you're like, whoa, and then it's over, and you don't get an extra round to move stuff.
But
or
that's why it should be quick. I mean, really, whenever Cthulhu appears, if he were to appear in real life,
Oh, yeah.
the other cultist faction would have about 5 minutes
But you
to
got 5
sign their
rounds.
wheels and do whatever. It shouldn't be a long, drawn-out period. It should be over
Well,
fairly
but
quickly.
See, I think they're trying to hit too many niches. I think they're trying to make a battle game and a strategy game and a resource management game where if you're going to do that, it needs more.
But I think that is the more times you play it and you learn people's play styles, like yours, who's going to go straight for the points, we can, stop and hinder that.
But I'm docking the game because I don't think that the game shouldn't be dependent on who plays and how many times they've played. So I think if you bring this board game out and you've played and you haven't, and I've played one game and he's never played, then we all should have an even chance.
I think there are very few games that actually accomplish.
Yeah, there's-
I'm not saying you'd have to get it perfect,
I think
but it
I
could
think
get a lot closer.
90% of the games we play, if you've played it a lot more and you're playing against a
Yeah.
noob, then you're going to rip them. I mean, that's just the way games are.
Yeah, that's just the way.
pretty
I
much.
mean, if I pick up Street Fighter and you've never played Street Fighter before, I'm probably going
I
to.
think it would take a game.
It's a little
I think it would take a game.
It's the same.
I think it would take a game like checkers for it not to be what you're talking
Oh
about.
no! Because then you realize that. Oh, look how spacey I am. I'm on.
Anyway,
Oh.
your score.
775.
Okay.
That's the madness.
Og.
All right. Well, you won't hear me say this very often, but I agree with Jared. I
Oh,
think this
my
gameplay
God.
is
It's
a
the
9.
madness.
The madness
This is-
continues.
For me, that's what really shines on this game. The gameplay really, I thought it was a lot of fun. You definitely want to play with people that you're friendly with, that you know, because you're going to be wanting to scream at them and tell them all kinds of things about them and their mother and a few other things like that.
It's
know,
not.
so
It's not Monopoly level fury.
right.
Right.
Oh yeah,
It's-
no.
It's up there.
This could
So
be a
it's-
good Screw Your Buddy game. It's
Yeah.
not Screw Your Buddy equal to like Sons of Anarchy.
No.
But there
that's
is a
true.
certain element of if you want to have somebody make them have a bad day in this game, you can accomplish that.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm
It's
eating,
good.
I'm eating all your cultists.
So I liked it a lot. It was it was more fun than I thought it was going to be, and so for me that usually, knocks my rating up a little bit. So I'm going to give it a 9. It was I thought it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
All right, that's going to leave replayability.
Replayability. Okay, replayability.
So replayability. I have played it 4 times now, and I've had fun every single time, and I still haven't played.
A couple of factions.
Missing a faction.
Black Goat.
Yeah, Black
maybe?
Goat. I think Black Goat, Red Team. I haven't played Black Goat yet, and I would really enjoy playing those because I've seen Jared just.
It's cool getting a lot of your guys out
No, you
real
just
quick.
poop
But
them out.
I look at you playing y'all sides, and I think that I've never played Cthulhu before.
He's fun.
How about
good.
you?
He's fun.
He's a good boy.
No, I
Team Cthulhu.
and like I said earlier, with the way you can get spell books out and the way everything just kind of flows with the play style of the other people, depending on what they're doing and how they're doing it. I think it has a lot of replayability. I'm gonna give it a 10.
Wow.
Very strong.
I am.
Especially with the expansions that we haven't played yet.
Correct. Yeah.
Which there's 5 of.
Oh wow.
Are all of those factions, or are they some factions, some not?
Now I know that like the Hounds of Thanos is just 2 Hounds of Thanos,
Oh, well, that's
and
not
anybody can get them.
control them.
Yeah, so if you spend they cost Doom to get.
So
if you
that's
pull
not
out Doom-
actually that is not a faction expansion. That's one of those.
That's the only one I know about.
But we played games like that before, where an expansion may be some little element or
Yeah.
whatever, but it's not a true.
It's not a game changer, I guess.
Could be. I mean,
it could be.
Yeah.
it could be, but
So
it is something.
It adds a level to the game.
It does. It adds another. It's another thing that you got to think. Do I want to spend those couple of Doom points to get that guy?
If you're a true Cthulhu person, you don't spend Doom points. You want more Doom.
That's true. And Chris won't spend Doom.
So you went 10.
Went 10.
This is going to be my lowest score of this review.
9.5?
No, I'm going to go. I'm going to go like a 7 on this.
Really?
I really
After
enjoy
all these other great.
I got to question
It was such
that,
a great
especially
game.
from the guy who hasn't played Cthulhu.
Yeah, but I mean, to tell you the truth, though, I mean, so many things I think were done really well with this game. It looks pretty, all the elements, whatever. But replayability, whenever it comes down to it, once you get past the gloss, it is, resource management, fighting game stuff. It may look cool and neat or whatever, but it's elements I've seen in a lot of other games, and it may not be done as well. But I just don't think it's something that's going to keep... I mean, I definitely want to play it more. But, I mean, 5 or 6 more times, maybe about my limit. And I think that's really all you want to get out of a board game.
Yeah,
That's the expectancy of a board game.
7 times. And I'm
Yeah,
golden.
yeah.
I feel good like I
Yeah,
got
and
my
you
money
feel like
back.
you've spent your money on it or whatever.
I could see 8 playing every faction twice.
Um,
and I would probably.
I don't even know that. I would like to play all the factions, but I think I've seen enough of the game where I would like to play it some more. You break it out at a party, and everybody's going to see all the elements. They're going to be like, yeah, I want to play that. And I would enjoy playing the game again, but if I'm not part of the group that gets to play, I'd be okay with it probably. So
I think if you buy this game and it's your game, replayability is going to go up. And the why is because, one, it's an expensive game and you want to get your money's worth.
Because I invested money.
2, I've posted pictures of us playing this game on my Facebook feed.
I saw
And I've had people who've never spoken a word about board games come up to me and ask to play this game.
yeah.
Like that one was like, hey, come to the game night at ASU.
Yeah, I mean, like, people are just randomly like, hey, can you come bring that game over to my
Yeah.
house? And so you're going to play the game a lot if you have this game because people
Yeah.
want to see this game in action.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm up for probably more than him,
Yeah,
even though I rated some things lower.
If I had spent $150 on this game or whatever it is,
$300,
or whatever, then I would probably be more emotionally involved and want to play it some more. But being somebody that has been out of pocket $0 for this game, I'm going to play it 6, 7 times or whatever, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll play it occasionally, but I don't feel the need to play it over and over again.
I mean, I think I'm going to go higher than that because to me, it's more replayability than like Risk, because Risk is a big, long, drawn out. The
you just
saving
don't
grace of
wanna,
this
yeah,
is an
Right, you
hour.
gotta have a whole.
And so I'm like, an hour? Yeah, let's play this game. I can just see these guys flying around and killing each other. That's worth it to me. I'm going to go 8.5.
I feel like I'm barely holding myself back from slapping you talking about Risk like that. It's like, I do love Risk so much that people are sick and tired of. They haven't played Risk with me
it's
in
your fault.
years
It's your
because
fault.
I've enjoyed it so much. But I can.
I look
can
at
see
Risk
the
like
point.
some people look at tequila. They're like, the first time they ever looked at it, there's like, after, 50,000.
Hard
Now
to
I
beat.
throw up at the
Hard-
smell of the
hard to beat Risk.
I open the box and I just.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, so replayability for me is going to be pretty high also, but it's not going to be through the roof because I do think.
You would plateau after a while.
Yeah, perfect.
Here,
Plateau
these
is
people have
exactly
just
what
been
I'm looking forward to.
They're yelling at me for low scores, and now they're like, yeah, but I wouldn't play it again.
No.
I
I
didn't
didn't
say
I
that.
wouldn't play
I
it
said there is a
again.
finite amount I would play this game. It looks beautiful.
I could still play this easily another 10 times and enjoy it. I'm sure, So it's up there. The replayability is up there for sure, but it'll plateau at a certain point, which is the only thing that's going to keep it being even higher. But for me, replayability score of 8 is pretty strong. I think so.
You go 8 too?
And
Yeah,
is that,
I'm an 8.
is that just for that, or are we talking about just the base Cthulhu Wars? You could play it another,
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, you start
you
throwing
add
in-
expansions, and then it's a whole new thing.
We'll have
and
to
I'm
review the
right back
expansions
again,
separately.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get those.
But even that,
Well,
though,
we need a
even with a
second
lot
job.
of expansions and adding stuff or whatever, it's basically going to be the core game.
Right.
So I don't know if that would even add that much replay. But
What's
I-
sad is that I will buy all these.
Oh, yeah, you
No,
will.
you're
So what did
pot
you go on
committed
then?
now. I gave it an 8. I'm looking forward to playing it again. I'm sure I will. But it's not one of the ones. It's not Robinson Crusoe where I want to play it constantly.
There's no single player version of this, is there? It couldn't be, right?
I mean, when I get home, it's just me and the.
Just you in the game.
It's just me and
We
the.
You
make
sleep
our own
with it?
fun.
Yeah, I was just
Oh, there's
saying
no sleeping.
that would drive it up if there was some kind of
Yeah,
like.
aren't they supposed to clean now?
Solo
Yeah.
option, yeah.
yeah, it's no Jamaica or anything. There are certain games we've played and reviewed that I would play over and over again, and we have. And this is not one of them for me.
All right, so there you got our scores, and we're gonna put the number right here. And you've heard what we think about it. Now you go out and make your own decision, and we'll be right back here in a couple of days with another review because it's Gen Con Crazy Week. It's the madness.
It just rolls right off the tongue like that. Gee, how crazy.
Thanks for
Thanks for
watching.
watching.
See ya.
This will slow you
I
down.
feel privileged. I've never met a celebrity before. I'm sitting next to the guy that sang Midnight Oil or
I said Moby.
Heads Are Burning.
G'day, mate.
A couple of things. Yes,
Asking about you.
All right. We are.
Danny moment.
You are out of the shot.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you're don't be leaning out, Moby. Your table, it's an OCD thing. The table is at an edge. I mean, an angle. That's not
in the
straight,
shot?
right? Yeah. I don't like that.